You'll have to forgive me for the slightly odd camera angle, but here it is, another Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing video. This time, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Darkside of Dimension movie pack box. Yes, I really like this box set. It has a lot of new cards that are coming out for, or already out I should say, a lot of new cards that are for the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie called the Darkside of Dimensions, which I'm really looking forward to because it carries on from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Monsters original anime series if you're from the West, or from the manga novel if you're from Japan. So that's going to be really cool, considering all the spin-off series that have happened since the original Dueling Monsters, or Duelist Monsters, or whatever it was called, Duel Monsters, idiot Neo, have been really rubbish, except for GX maybe, but even so, it does annoy me slightly, but, you know, once you take a bit of time with it, it's not a bad series, but all the others, ugh, I hate them. But then again, I'm old school, like I said before. I come into this when I was very, very young, and when this sort of first came big in the West, so I grew up with the original series. Didn't really bother with GX, I sort of watched it back retrospectively, and then the other series, like I said, 5Ds, Arc V, Zex, or I couldn't be arsed with it because it was just really stupid. But yes, the fact that this new movie is coming out in 2017, I believe, in the West, which, you know, carries on from the original TV series starring Yugi and Kaiba and that chap over there with the Konami logo all over his face. Let's call him Mr. Konami, because Konami are being bloody idiots and horrible these days. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, even though, you know, it's not going to be a good movie. We all know that. If you're into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scene or not, it's going to be a bad movie. I mean, I watched Pyramids of Light when that came out, and I didn't like it. I mean, it was cool seeing Yugi and Kaiba battle and a big epic battle and stuff, but God, it was an awful movie. But anyway, let's not talk about the past, let's talk about the present and the future. The present being this, and the future being the new movie, and I hope it's going to be good, or at least watchable at the very least. But yeah, they decided to bring out this movie pack box set early, which I thought was a bit odd. I mean, I think in Japan the movie's coming out soon if it's not out already. So I suppose they're just tying it in with the Japanese release of the movie and the cards. So who knows? But it's a really cool set because these cards are in the movie, like I said. But they're cards that Yugi uses and Kaiba uses and Mr. Konami over here uses. And a lot of these cards are really, really, really cool. Yugi has a lot of new Magician support cards for the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician Girl. And spellcasters in general, and they're very, very good, by the way, or at least most of them are, so I like those cards. I say that because I've already opened up a box of this with my sister. I got her a box of cards, I bought myself a box of cards, we opened them up, we enjoyed it. We'll talk more about that in a second, but I had one last box to do for the channel, so there you go, you guys wouldn't be left out, although you can probably watch loads of other unboxing videos of these cards and get, well, they'll be quicker and more professional and not filmed in such a shoddy angle with terrible lighting and stuff. Stop talking yourself down here. Right, anyway, back to the story. So yes, I've already opened this set and I really like it. So the Magician support cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! Are really awesome, so hopefully we'll get some of those and we'll show you those off. There's some support for Kaiba for his Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is okay. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are meh, hit and miss. And then there are some cards for Mr. Konami over here, the bad guy of the film, and they're really weird cards and very difficult to summon, but they're also pretty powerful, and I guess if you build a deck around them, then I guess they can be very powerful. Who knows? I don't know much about how good these cards would be in tournament play. I tend to just play for fun. Although the deck that I do use currently, which is my Toon deck at the moment, does follow tournament rules, and I do tend to follow tournament rules when I play. But I don't play for tournament sakes, I play for fun. So, yeah. Like I said, in terms of these cards and their usefulness in tournaments, I don't know. I don't know how many of these cards are going to be restricted or banned with the new Forbidden list or Forbidden Limited list whenever that comes out, because some of these cards are very powerful indeed, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do ban or limit some of these. If they don't, I would be surprised, but then again it might be that perhaps they're just not tournament worthy and therefore not worthy of banning. Who knows? But point being is you'll see in a bit when we come to them. So here's the box, as you can see, quite a nice sort of simplified box, you know, black background, quite glossy. You've got the image of Yugi with his puzzle. I'll be interested to know if the Pharaoh's in the movie, because I believe at the end of the Duel Monsters series, the spirit of the Millennium Puzzle moves on to the afterlife. Sorry if I've just spoiled that for you if you haven't watched it, but trust me, that's ages into the series. By the time you start, if you haven't watched the series, you start watching it from the beginning and then watching it all the way, you'd have forgotten that by then. And if you have watched the series, then, well, it's not really a spoiler, is it? But the point being is yeah, he's got his puzzle out here, so I'll be interested to see if the Pharaoh makes a comeback or not. If not, it'll be either an older Yugi or same age Yugi, who knows? You know how these animations go, where the characters don't age, despite the fact that time passes a lot. Look at The Simpsons, for Christ's sake. Kaiba just looks like his normal self, although he's got this really cool... It's quite difficult to see on this camera there because I haven't got a good focus, but you might just be able to see there his left arm's got this nice sort of armoured blue light look, which is pretty neat. So he looks cool. And then Mr. Konami over here. Oh no, that's not his real name. I'm just making it up. The point being is I don't know who his name is. He just looks like a generic villain, really. Sort of Marek-esque stroke Baku. No, more Marek style. Like a Marek style villain, I'd imagine. Although I'm sure he'll probably have a bit more character to him. Well, different character at the very least. Anyway, so yeah, but I like it. It's nice and glossy. I like the fact that they've done the logo in black, which is pretty cool. And then the movie pack. It's first edition, English edition, although I don't think that really matters. And so yeah, and then around the sides, sorry for the shining of the cellophane, I'll get that off in a second. You got all that sort of stuff, and then on the back there's not really a lot of information on the back. I mean, sometimes they usually tell you like how many cards are in the set, how many are ultra rares, secret rares, super rares, etc. But this is a really strange set because you might just be able to see there the entire set includes 57 ultra rare cards, and you get 5 ultra cards per pack. And this is a 24-pack box, so you get a absolute crap ton of ultra rares from this box set, and they're pretty good. Like I said, I've read the text of pretty much all of them because I've already opened up a box. I believe I have 56 out of the 57, so there is one missing out of my set for this. But I don't know what it is because I haven't looked at the set online or anything. But yeah, it's weird that they're all ultra rare, which is really cool, I suppose, because it's a movie tie-in. I guess it's kind of like a promo thing. But at the same time, I think that's a bit lazy, really, from Konami. I would have liked to have seen some common super rares, ultra rares, even though it's only a small set. You know, what was it called? The Duelist Pack Battle City booster pack box, which had 5 cards in it. They had rares, super rares, and promos, and that wasn't a very big set. So yeah, I would have liked to have seen that, but I suppose at the same time, it's all ultra rares. You can't complain, you know, if you like ultra rare stuff. And like I said, a lot of these ultra rares are, I would say, worthy of the ultra rare sort of branding, really, because they're very powerful. But yeah, 57 ultra rare cards, 5 per pack. Let's get this open then. So I'm just going to jump cut now to me having this cellophane wrap open. The cellophane wrap off, so then it can be opened, the box that is, and then we will start opening up some packs. So back in a sec. And she's opened. Wow, that's what he said. Yeah, so there you go. Again, I apologise for the poor camera angle. I'm just propping up my camera on a box, basically, because I haven't got a proper tripod or anything. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, again, I love this box. It's a really nice box. I like the glossiness and the shininess of it all, and the simplicity of it. But there's a booster pack for you. It's great, or as good a focus as I possibly can, because this camera doesn't have autofocus. But yeah, it's really, really cool. I like these booster pack wrappers, so I'm going to try and keep these in good condition if I can. So let's see if we can open up a booster pack then, see what we get, and I'll show you what cards we've got. I remember what some of them do, but I don't remember all of them, so you'll have to forgive me, and I won't sort of spend time reading them like I've done before. If there's a card worthy of note, then I'll tell you what it means, or give you a brief idea of what each one does, if I can get the cards out of the pack. There we go. So what have we got? We have Apple Magician Girl, really good support card there, so that's one of the new support cards for Yugi there. My god, this lighting's terrible, I'm so sorry. Not thought this through. Yeah, so we've got Apple Magician Girl, but yeah, she's pretty cool. Oh, we've got a new Slife for the Sky Dragon. Well, I say a new Slife for the Sky Dragon. It's got a new artwork on it. Pretty cool, quite like it, but it's got exactly the same text as Slife for the Sky Dragon, but it's really cool. We've now got... Oh, I think that's the card that I was missing. Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition. Hooray! So I've now got all 57 cards. That's pretty awesome. I don't know what that... I've never had this one before. I better read the text, actually, because like I said, I've just familiarised myself for me. I'll hold it up to the camera. Oh, no, you can't see that now, because this camera has no autofocus. Oh, dear. I'll read it out to you very quick. This will be the only one I read out. Okay, I promise. And then we'll carry on. So it says, when this card is normal or special summoned from the hand, you can destroy as many of the monsters on the field as possible. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the highest original attack on the field among those destroyed monsters, your choice if tied. Wow, that's pretty powerful. So you just summon it, and then you can destroy as many monsters as you want on the field, and then whichever one had the highest attack does damage to your opponent's life points. That's pretty nasty. This card's attack becomes equal to the damage inflicted to your opponent by this effect. Once per turn during your end phase, halve your LP. Oh, right, I see. I was going to say there better be a cost to this amazing effect, but that's not a bad cost, actually. You could play that as a last-minute thing, and you could do a huge amount of damage with this. Give it an equipped spell card to protect it from spell and traps, at least from a destruction standpoint. That's really powerful. Oh, there's my missing 57th card. Hey, so I've got the whole set, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's a powerful... See what I mean? These are powerful cards. Like I said, that is worthy of an ultra-rare stamping, if I must say so myself. But anyway, I move on. New Dark Edition Girl, new artwork, very sexy in this. I like her, although she's missing her staff, sadly. and then there's like this weird heart thing coming out. It kind of looks like a female's. Yeah, right. Anyway, next. And then, oh, I'm glad I got another one of these. This is a new trap card, Magician's Defense. Well, they're all new. Well, most of them are new cards. There's a couple of reprints as we've seen, but most of them are new. Magician's Defense, a really good trap card, this. If you control a spellcaster type monster, any damage you take is halved, which is really neat, but you can't chain these with another one, so you can't have like 2 or 3 working at the same time and then like half the damage, then half the damage again. It says in the card text you can't do that. And then if the card's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can then use it. Essentially has a monster reborn effect for spellcasters, so you target one spellcaster monster in your graveyard and you can special summon it onto the field. So this is a really, really good card. So if you've got a spellcaster type deck, I thoroughly recommend putting that in your deck. I know I will. Right, anyway, to try and pick up the pace a bit. I said I was going to pick up the pace and I spent 3 minutes talking about one booster pack. That's not good. Like I said, these cards will start to repeat themselves after a while, but I've got all 57 now, so there's going to be no surprises for me. And this is one of the cubic monsters, which are very weird. You cannot normal summon or special summon these monsters. You kind of have to summon them by sacrificing cubic monsters you've already got on the field. And they're really difficult to summon anyway, so you kind of think, well, how do I get a cubic monster on the field if I can't normal summon or special summon them? Well, we'll get to that later, but there's a particular cubic type monster, and what I mean by the cubic monsters are, I believe these other monsters are the villains, or maybe they're in Yugi and Kaiba's deck together or something, I have no idea, but they're very weird, and they don't have any attack or defense, for the most part. This one does, for some bizarre reason. Yeah, thanks card. Betray me like that. Most of them have 0 attack, 0 defense. This one doesn't. But once you go past all of the weird summoning effects and stuff like that, they're very powerful. You know, they're very hard to destroy. They gain a lot of attack. They can do this and that, and they can summon more cubics when you get one onto the field. They can summon more, ignoring the summoning conditions. So yeah, they can be powerful, but you've got to use these like in repeats. You know, like 2s or 3s in the deck, and also a lot of their support cards as well, which we'll get to later. But yeah, pretty cool. Just don't know how well they're easy to summon. This is Marsh Macaron, which is kind of cool. You basically put it on the field. If it gets destroyed, you can then summon. You can summon up to 2 other Marsh Macarons from your hand, deck, or graveyard. But you can only use this effect once per turn. So essentially, that can create a permanent barrier on the field, because it doesn't say that you can't use this effect once per duel, like for this particular monster. You can just keep doing it, as far as I'm concerned. So you get 3 of these in a deck, and it doesn't matter that. You get 1 on the field, they become 2, and then you get the 1 out on the field. You can get another 1 out. It says up to as well. So yeah, this is, get 3 of these in your deck and you've got yourself an almost infinite defense. If you can find a way to prevent piercing damage, or at least nullify piercing damage, then you've got a really good defense here with these cards, and you can use them to tribute summon as well, which is pretty gnarly. So Marsh Macaron, I wouldn't be surprised if this gets limited to 2 or something, but maybe it won't. But that's a really good card. I like that one. Then you've got Celtic Guard of Noble Arms, which is basically a beefed up Celtic Guardian. Bit hard to summon onto the field, and it doesn't... no, it's not hard to summon, sorry, but it doesn't attack if you've got any cards in your hand, so it's a bit of a bummer. But it's got 2100 attack for a level 4-star monster, so it's not bad. Pandemic Dragon is awesome. This card, if you can pay LP in multiples of 100, and then other face-up monsters... I'm speaking very quickly, I apologise. I'll start again. If you pay multiples of 100s, life points that is, so 100, 200, 300, whatever amount you want to pay in multiples of 100, then every monster on the field's attack and defense, as long as it's face up, will decrease by that amount, except this card, which is pretty awesome. You can then target one monster on the field with attack less than or equal to this card and destroy it once per turn. And then if this card was destroyed by a battle card effect, all face-up monsters on the field lose 1000 attacks. That's a really good card. It's very dangerous though, but I like that. If you can find some cards to nullify the effect on your side of the field, that's a powerful dragon card. And then we've got Berry Magician Girl, which is, again, another one of the Magician Girls. Probably one of the weakest ones, but you can summon some more Magician cards with it. Very useful, very handy. I like it. They're very strange names though. Berry, apple, lemon and kiwi. Oh, and chocolate. Don't forget the chocolate one. So God knows why they came up with those names. I don't know, but yeah, it's just weird. But still, whatever. They're cool. We've got Silver Gadget, which is essentially like a gold gadget, which is essentially like all the other gadgets, like red, green, yellow. When this is summoned onto the field, you can summon any level 4, or I think it's any level 4. No, you can summon 1 level 4 machine type monster from your hand. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can summon 1 level 4 gadget monster from your deck, except Silver Gadget. So yeah, it's basically a good handy gadget support card, and also if you have a machine deck, it's quite useful to get another level 4 machine type monsters out to help you tribute summon. So it's pretty powerful. Again, I'm really sorry for the poor focus, by the way. just haven't got any autofocus on this. Crystal Armor, it's a good trap card. It's basically like a trap monster, but it's quite powerful, and it can really mess up your opponent for LP. Another Marsh Macaron. Cubic Magdala. This is one of the support cards where basically it helps you sort of get the cubic monsters on the field, but it also helps you put cubic tokens on the field on monsters and stuff like that. Very weird, very odd, but basically this and a few other cards, trap and magic, or spell cards. I keep calling them magic cards even though they're spell cards, that's how old school I am. Yeah, it's designed to help you get more cubic monsters and nullify attack and what have you. So yeah, it's pretty good actually, and that's another thing about the cubic support cards as well. They make a lot of the monsters on your opponent's side of the field that are not cubic monsters go down to 0, so they can't damage your cubic monsters. So yeah, they're pretty powerful. So again, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these were limited, but there you go. And then we got Chocolate Magician Girl, who's pretty gnarly as well. I'm just sorry that you can't see it in as wonderful HD glory as you should be able to, but there you go, she's pretty cool too. Can't remember what her effect is, but again, she's just a support card, just able to summon more magician cards onto the field. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Yeah, this is not the best well-filmed thing, so I'm sorry if this annoys you. I'm doing my best. So we've got another cubic monster here, Cubic Behemoth, pretty gnarly. Dimension Reflector is pretty cool. It says if you activate this card by banishing 2 monsters you control, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. You can special summon this card in attack position as an effect monster, with attack and defense equal to that face-up monster's attack. If this monster is summoned this way, inflict damage to your opponent equal to this card's attack. So yeah, it's essentially like a Ring of Destruction. You've just got to banish 2 of your own monsters and then basically mess things up on your opponent's side of the field. So it's pretty gnarly, that. It's pretty cool, that. There's a lot of good trap monsters in this. This is Clear Karibo, which is amazing. I love the artwork on this Clear Karibo. It's like a Russian doll effect. It's awesome. Basically a souped up Karibo. Pretty useful. Definitely like it. Dimension Guardian is probably pretty cool, actually. Like I said, if you can, a lot of the cards that you can get on feel like Marsh Macaron, this will really work, because this you target by... You use this by activating or targeting one face-up attack position monster on the field, and it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If the target monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So yeah, if you put that on a monster you don't want to destroy, that's pretty awesome. And then we've got Lord Gaia the Fierce Knight, which is basically a beefed up Gaia the Fierce Knight. Pretty gnarly, love the artwork. I'm going to say the artwork on these cards, for the most part, are fantastic. I really love the artwork of this set. Right, this is going to be a longer video than I thought. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. Lemon Magician Girl. Again, pretty gnarly. Love it. Look at how cool she looks. She looks great. Another cubic monster there. Gold Gadget. Pretty much the same as Silver Gadget, except it's got a slightly different attack and defense. Cubic Emperor, and then another one of those cubic trap cards. So you get the idea. We can start speeding things up a bit now. I'd love to talk about these more in great length, but I really can't. My camera just doesn't have a lot of memory, and I don't have a lot of time. So again, I'm really sorry that I'm sort of this is so roughly done. Oh, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yes, a new artwork for the Blue Eyes White Dragon, or at least over here in the West there is anyway. And it's awesome. I really like this artwork. Again, it doesn't quite beat the original artwork, the very classic Blue Eyes White Dragon artwork, but for all the alternative Blue Eyes White Dragon artworks out there, this one is awesome. Again, I'm so sorry it's difficult to see on my camera, but it's really cool. I like that. So yeah, there's Blue Eyes White Dragon in the set. There's also a Dark Magician as well. There's an Assault Wyvern, which is like a dragon support card. It's pretty gnarly. Cubic Wave, another magic card that supports cubic monsters, again helping you nullify your opponent's attack on their attack monsters, and then putting cubic tokens on the field, and then you can get rid of so many cubic tokens and summon cubic monsters. And there is the alternative Dark Magician artwork, and I think this is brilliant. This is probably my favourite at the moment in terms of the artwork for Dark Magician. If you can't see it very well on this camera, which is highly likely, then do check it out on Google or another person's Yu-Gi-Oh unboxing video. This artwork kicks ass. I love it to bits. Again, I like the classic artwork, and I like the oh god, what was that guy's name in Battle City, the evil magician guy beginning with A? Oh, I can't remember. The red guy with the red hat, and he has like a circus show, and he traps Yugimoto and Yami in a shadow jewel, and then he summons up his Dark Magician, and it's all red. And that artwork's pretty cool. I can't remember what it was called now, but it's really cool. But this artwork is just awesome. I love it. This is a really cool alternative artwork for Dark Magician. Really gothic, really beastie. I love it. So that's enough of that. And then yeah, another trap monster. There's a lot of trap monsters in this set to support decks and stuff. So if you like trap monster cards, there's a lot of them in this set, and they're pretty good. They're very, very good. You know, so this sort of box set's really good for getting monsters onto the field. But it doesn't. Again, tournament-wise, I don't think it's not designed to spam or anything. It's just designed to have a good classic lengthy duel, which is what I like about this set, because the card effects and everything that I'm reading just reminds me of the classic effects where it does all this complicated stuff just to do one thing, you know. But it's not like the prices are pretty minor and the effects are really cool. So to me, this reminds me of old school Yu-Gi-Oh, where it was all classic stuff before it all became about chains and effects. So yeah, Dimension Sphinx is not a very good trap card, actually, to be honest with you. I don't really want to talk about it. This is a weird one. This Dragon's Fighting Spirit. It's a quick play spell card, and it says target one Dragon type monster you control that was special summoned this turn. Okay, and then it says for each monster your opponent currently controls that was special summoned this turn, it gains one additional attack during each battle phase this turn. So I'm not sure if it's referring to your Dragon type monster that gains an extra attack per special type monster, or whether it's each opponent's monster gets an extra attack. It's a really badly worded card, so I don't know if it's supposed to apply to your dragon monster or your opponent's monsters. I think it applies to your opponent's monsters. I really don't know. It's a difficult one to interpret, so somebody in the comments, if you know what this card actually means, or what the effect applies to in terms of which monster gets the more attacks, then let me know, because it's really badly worded, that. Another Marshmallow, another Celtic Guardian, and Chaos Form. This is a ritual spell card, a very useful one, but also a very pernickety one as well. Usually when it comes to ritual monsters, I believe you can ritual summon them, providing that you sacrifice monsters either from your hand or the field that has a total level that's equal to or more than the ritual monster you want to summon. So you don't have to get it absolutely spot on in terms of the level numbers. When you add the stars up together, you don't have to get it spot on to the ritual monster. You can go above it and it doesn't matter. But this ritual spell card here, it does matter. You have to make sure that the total level stars of each monster you sacrifice for the ritual summon is exactly the same as the ritual monster that you want to ritual summon, which is a real ball ache. On the plus side, though, it can summon any Chaos or Blackluster Soldier ritual monster. And there is one in here. Not a Blackluster Soldier ritual monster, though. So this effect applies to the older Blackluster Soldier ritual cards, but it applies to a certain Chaos Monster ritual card that we'll come to hopefully later in the deck. It's not bad, but you also have to tribute monsters from your hand or field, or banish Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician from your graveyard whose total level's exactly equal to the level of Chaos or Blackluster Soldier. I guess they've done the exact level thing, because you can, if you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your graveyard or a Dark Magician in your graveyard, you can just sacrifice that and banish it from your graveyard to ritual summon instead of having to do the monsters from your hand or field. So maybe because they thought this card was a bit too OP, the levels has to be exactly the same. I don't know. It's a good ritual spell card though, but yeah, it's a little pernickety for you. So yeah. Yep, sorry, this video is going to go on far longer. I'm sorry, I said I wasn't going to talk through most of them, and I always lie. I suppose that's why I'm near Rambler. You know, I go on a long journey of rambling thoughts and talking MacGuffin, and none of it really makes sense as useful to the viewer or the listener, so sorry. So yeah, Palladium Oracle Mahad, my bad. Something to do with if you attack dark type monsters, it's attack doubles and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really powerful 7-star monster. So yeah, against dark monsters. Another Cubic, another Pandemic Dragon, lovely. Magical Contract Door, odd magic card. This, you have to give up a spell card. I've said magic card again. Oh, forgive me. You know, when I say magic card, you know what I mean. You have to give up a spell card from your hand and put it in your opponent's hand. But if you do that, then you can add one level 7 or level 8 dark monster from your deck to your hand. So it's a very odd cost, but I guess, you know, it works, I suppose. But yeah, you can do that, and then you can get a Dark Magician or any Dark Monster level 7 or 8 into it from your deck to your hand. So it's a good search card, but it's got a very weird cost. And then Digger Destiny, which I believe might get limited, because basically when you take battle damage, you can activate this trap card, you draw one card. If this card is destroyed, if this card in your control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, so if it just gets MST'd or something like that, you can draw cards equal to the number of Digger Destinies in your graveyard. So this actually has some good draw power. So if you have 2 or 3 of these in your deck, this has some good draw power to it. So it's useful, but I suppose the major cost of this is you have to take up a card on your spell or trap card zone. You've got to hope your opponent targets it. So I suppose it's got a bit of a drawback, but it's got some fairly good draw power on that. So if you can get 3 of those in your deck, that's some good draw power there. So again, I don't know if that'll be limited to 2 or maybe 1. I'd imagine it'll be limited to 2, but you never know. But yeah, pretty powerful. I say that, like I said, I'm not an expert in Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I said, I don't do tournament stuff, so you can probably disagree with me in the comments and say it's not powerful, it's rubbish. What are you talking about, Neo? It's like, sorry, I don't know tournament stuff. But yeah, Right, anyway, Silver Gadget. Oh, Gandora X, the Dragon of Demolition. Lovely. Salt Wyvern, Dark Magician Girl, and a Cubic Mandela. Oh, we can speed through that one. Yay! Well, that's a plus. Yeah, so it's only 24 packs. Usually when it comes to 5 booster pack box sets, they usually give you 36 as opposed to 24, but recently they've been, Konami or whoever's in control of Yu-Gi-Oh! These days have been really cheap and only giving you 24. Or tight bastards. Anyway, sorry, didn't mean to swear there. Sliver the Sky Dragon, another new print. Like I said, exactly the same, but I love the artwork on it. It's really cool. Induced Explosion, pretty useful. Basically destroys an opponent's monster on the field, but then you can banish it from your graveyard and destroy another opponent's card on the field. It's pretty useful, so yeah, something like that. I think there's a cost to it, but I'm not sure. Another Cubic Beast monster there, traps thingy, another Cubic Beast. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to go through all these in too much detail, but yeah. I'm only going over the ones that I think are cool personally, or I like. But I promise you now, the Cubic monsters, what I said earlier about them, a bit vague. I know, because I don't fully understand it. Because I've only had a quick skim read of them. They apply to all of them pretty much. Some obviously Cubic monsters have the different Cubic monsters have their own different unique effect, but it's usually something quite minor. Oh, another Slifer, nice. Final Giaz. I don't know what that one does actually. Oh, it's just banishing cards from the graveyard. Oh, brilliant! Another Magician's Defense, excellent. Because I really want to build a Magician deck. And a Gold Gadget, lovely. Yeah, I think I've got the complete set, so I'm trying to get more repeats. Really, I really want more Magician Girls. Not the Dark Magician Girls, but like the Apple, Lemon, Kiwi, and Chocolate, and Berry. I think they are in short print, to be honest with you. If there were any short print cards in this set, it's got to be the Magician Girls. They are in short print. I've only got one of each so far. And we've got a new fusion monster for Kaiba, a new Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So it's basically Blue Eyes Ultimate with an effect. Not as good as it sounds, but it's better than Blue Eyes Ultimate. So, you know, can't complain. It's there. Destiny Sphinx, it's rubbish. Ooh, Century Soldier of Stone. Basically a giant Soldier of Stone, but vamped up. Very, very nice. There's the Ritual Spell card. So, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. It's got 4,000 attack, 0 defense. And it says you can ritual summon this card with Chaos form, must be ritual summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. It cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. If this card attacks a defensive position monster, inflict double piercing damage to your opponent. I didn't know it was double piercing. That's new to me. I didn't read that properly last time. Double piercing damage. Powerful, powerful Blue Eyes card thing. Ritual monster card. Very powerful. And then we've got Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, which we'll get to in a second. Right, okay, so as I was saying, sorry, my camera, it can only record in 20-minute sections, so yeah, that's how long this video has been, sorry. So sorry, I really wanted to keep this quick and I failed you. If you're still with me, you have patience and bars of steel. Or boobies of steel if you're a woman, I don't know, anyway, talking rubbish. So yeah, this is the another Blue Eyes White Dragon alternative, appropriately named Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. There you go, Neo. You can say it, just stop speaking quickly. It's basically Blue Eyes White Dragon, but you can summon it, or special summon it to the field, if you reveal a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand to your opponent. So basically, if you've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand, and you show it to your opponent and say, I have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and they go, okay then you can special summon this card from your hand without tribute summoning. And it effectively works as a Blue Eyes White Dragon, as soon as it comes onto the field. But you can, once per turn, target one monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So it has got an added effect, but if you do that, then you can't attack with this card. But that's really cool. So this is a very powerful Blue Eyes White Dragon alternative. The only downside to it is you cannot normal summon it, or normal set it. You have to special summon it by showing the Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand and then putting it onto the field. So if you've got a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck, a really good support card, and it allows you to have more Blue Eyes White Dragons in your hand and in your deck. 'Cause you can only have 3, and this can be used to fusion summon Ultimate Dragon and Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So there you go. Yeah, pretty powerful. But yeah, the Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, I didn't realise that the piercing damage on that was double. That's pretty gnarly. But it's the 0 defense, which is a bit of a killer. That's the only downside. But I suppose if it's just going for Kaiba's always all about attack. So I guess for him it'd be all right. So if you're a beat down kind of deck person, which I used to be when I first started, then I built an Exodia deck, then I built a Toon deck, and then gave up, and then I've rebuilt a Toon deck, and I've got into the Magician decks. And this is just filler material. I can't get the cards out. Booster pack. What's going on? Stupid pack. Oh, did I open it? Rugby? I don't know. Come on. I'll tell you something now, right? The quality control of these booster packs nowadays, the newer ones, are awful. I'll tell you a story at the end when I've done all this. So, anyway, I'll tell you what I mean in a bit. So, yeah, Neo, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, again, just basically Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Apple Magician Girl, very handy. I like her. She's very cool, very sexy. Gandora Rex, Strength of Demolition, Gandora the Cubic Beast, Sentry Soldier of Stone. Brilliant, so I've got 3 of those, which is neat. I really just want to get as many Magician Girls as possible, because like I said, I only had 1 of each when I opened up the first box. Or at least I had 1 of each of a couple of them. I think I had 2 of chocolate and 2 of kiwi, but I only had 1 lemon, but now I've got 2 lemons, so that's fine. Yeah, because that makes sense. Another Cubic Monster, Cubic Rebirth, another support card that you'll actually get Cubic Monsters from your graveyard. Dark Magic Veil, brilliant magic card for Dark Magician and Dark Spellcaster type monsters. Basically, pay 1,000 life points, special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster from your hand or graveyard. So it's pay 1,000 life points, and it basically acts as a monster reborn for your Dark Spellcaster type monsters, so your Dark Magician Girl, or whatever. From your hand or graveyard. Really powerful, great support card. That wouldn't be surprised if that gets limited. Hopefully not banned, but limited, but very good. Another Magical Contract Door, and Vijam the Cubic Seed. I will mention this cubic monster because it from all the effects I've read about the cubic monsters, this appears all the bloody time. So I really do believe that if you're going to build a cubic monster deck, you need 3 of these in your deck, and I do mean you need 3. There's already a printing error on the top. You see that white dot on the top? That's not a mark, that's them not printing the bloody cards properly. I know Konami's getting all rubbish these days, but you can't affect the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, guys. This is big money for you. Well, it used to be anyway. It should still be, I suppose. But yeah, this Cubic Seed monster, this is really important if you want to build a cubic deck. It all kind of starts with this. This is a monster that you can put on the field without having to special summon it in the weird ways that other cubic monsters do. You can just put it on the field, and it cannot be destroyed in battle, which is really useful as well. And then it becomes, it's a really weird card, but yeah, you need to get this on the field straight away if you're going to build a cubic deck, because then with this you can get more cubic monsters on the field, and if you do, they're very powerful. So yeah, this is a very important card. I've now got 4 of these, which is good. So if you're going to build a cubic deck, that Cubic Seed thing, you really need as many of those as possible. But this set's really cool. Like I said, this set's pretty friendly. I got 56 cards out of 1 box set out of the 57, and I got a fair few repeats on a lot of them. So when it comes to short prints, I think it's really just Lemon Magician Girl and Apple Magician Girl tends to be the short print ones. Kiwi, I had 2 of them. But there you go. So yeah, Cubic King, another Berry Magician Girl, that's quite common. Gold Gadget, and Countergate. Countergate's pretty cool. When an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, negate the attack, and if you do, draw 1 card, so again, it's got some draw power. Then if it's a monster, you can immediately, after this trap card's effect resolves, normal summon it in face of attack position. That's pretty awesome. I like that. So it's not a special summon though, mind you. It's a normal summon. That's worth noting that. It's a normal summon. But yeah, pretty gnarly. That's a good card, that. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if that got forbidden or limited to 1. Oh, great. Yeah, the watch me struggling opening up booster packs. There we go. Oh dear. I'm trying not to damage them, that's why, because they're so cool. I want to keep these and stick these up on my bedroom wall. They're pretty cool. So yes, Final Gias. Don't really know what this does. If a monster with an original... I did talk about this earlier, but like very briefly, I just sort of said it. But anyway, if a monster with an original level of 7 or higher is sent from each player's field to the graveyard this turn, you can banish as many monsters from the graveyards as possible, then special summon the 1 highest level spellcaster type monster among those banished monsters to your field, your choice if tied. Alright, so I suppose, again, if you're building a Magician deck, this would be really good to F up your opponent if things go a certain way. Here's a really cool card, the Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light, which is amazing. Well, it's not amazing, but it's Swords of Revealing Light alternative. It says once per attack, when an opponent monster declares an attack, you can pay 1,000 life points. You can negate the attack, and then during your opponent's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard this turn, and your opponent's monster cannot attack directly. So it's like a weakened version of Swords of Revealing Light, but you can select when to negate your opponent's monster's attacks, essentially, for a price of 1,000 life points. And then if you banish this card, if you don't want it anymore, then that turn your opponent cannot attack you directly. So it's cool. I like it as a good shield card. It's not quite Swords of Revealing Light, but it's a good alternative, I would definitely say. Metamorph Fortress, I believe it's called, is another trap monster thing. Pretty powerful as well, actually. It can be a real rugged defense card. Another Digger Destiny, nice. Kaiser Force Raider, which I thought was a level 4 monster, but it's not. It's level 5. It's basically just an alternative Force Raider. Pretty powerful, actually. Summon it onto the field, and then it says if you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. So you can get it onto the field straight away if you have no cards, if you have no monsters. So that's neat. Every time this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, this card gains 500 attack points. So for a beatdown deck, this is incredibly good. So every monster it kills, it gains 500 attack and keeps it So this can get very powerful very, very quickly. However, if this card is destroyed by battle, then the monster that destroyed it loses 500 attack. Only once, mind you, but still pretty powerful. So this is, I believe, going to be in Kaiser's deck because he has a Force Raider and stuff. Really cool. I like this. So yeah, this like I said, this booster box basically is a homage to the classic Yu-Gi-Oh series, you know, like the older booster pack boxes where it didn't have loads of effect monsters. It was all about level 4s and 1900 attack and 2000 attack, etc, etc. So yeah. Anyway, Crystal Avatar, another trap monster, and Silver Gadget, Pandemic Dragon, Dark Horizon actually. Ooh, get rid of that Magician's Defense. Dark Horizon's good. I only had one of these before. I think this might be short printed because I only had the one in the last box set, and we've only got one now. So if we only get one out of this box. After this box, I believe this could be a short print card. But it says, when you take battle or effect damage, so you take battle damage from a monster or damage from an effect from an effect monster, I guess, or maybe from a spell card, you can special summon one dark spellcaster type monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. So yeah, again, pretty gnarly that. It's a good way to recover yourself quickly. If you're going to think, oh no, I've got no monsters on the side of the field, I'm going to get exposed. Put this on the field and then you can get a dark spellcaster monster back onto the field, as long as the attack is less than or equal to the damage you took. But that's still pretty awesome. If you have 2 or 3 of these in a row, then that's pretty gnarly. So good support card that. But I think that one's short print, at least in my experience. It might not be. It might be for other box sets. You've had like 2 or 3 of them, and maybe we'll get 2 or 3 out of these as we open these up. Who knows? But we'll see. Right, anyway. Ooh, Deep Eyes White Dragon. So this is another Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's got 0 attack, 0 defense. It's pretty powerful because it says when a face-up Blue Eyes monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, and you have a Dragon-type monster in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, inflict 600 damage to your opponent for each Dragon-type monster with different names in your graveyard. So already, as soon as this gets onto the field, you know, if you've got a Dragon-type deck, this can cause a lot of damage. If this card is normal special summon, target one Dragon-type monster in your graveyard, and this card's attack becomes equal to that monster's. If this card on the field is destroyed by a card effect, you destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Really, really awesome. So again, bit pernickety to summon, but can really be a lifesaver. I think it's quite cool. So yeah, good old powerful destructive effects. None of this sort of like, do this, do that, then you can do this one minor thing, then do this one minor thing, then you can summon this thing, and then blah, 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 like it all is these days. No, this is just classic. Get on the field, destroy everything, screw you. I love it. I love that old classic style Yu-Gi-Oh play. Anyway, Cubic Birth, we talked about that. Cubic King. Kiwi Magician Girl. Brilliant. Oh, she's level 5. Oh, I thought she was level 4. I've been swizzed. No, I haven't. I just didn't read the level properly. Pretty powerful, that Kiwi Magician Girl, but because she's a level 5, I suppose its effect is pretty powerful, but I thought she was a level 4. But still, nice to have another one. So I think I've got 3 now in my set. Another Cubic Beast there. So I'm really hoping to get another Lemon Girl, because I think that's the only one that I haven't got 3 of. So I think Lemon Magician Girl might be short printed. I could be wrong. Well, it could be just the Magician Girls are short printed in general. I don't know. Yeah, Crystal Avatar's fine. Oh, Dimensional Mirage. This I've only had one of as well in the previous pack. It says, previous box I opened. It says, activate this card by targeting one face of attack position monster your opponent controls. At the end of the damage step, when it attacks a monster, but the attack target was not destroyed by the battle, you can banish one monster from your graveyard. It must attack again in a row. If this targeted monster leaves the field, destroy this card. So it's one of those ones where if you've got a high defense position monster and your opponent attacks it and it doesn't destroy it and it takes battle damage and it's got this card attached to it, you can just make it attack again and again and again and again and again, doing loads of damage to your opponent, providing that you just keep banishing monsters from your graveyard. So again, as a late burner card, that could probably win a duel, possibly, or at least really recover ground. So that could be really annoying. Good card, that. Another Sentry Soldier Stone, which I thought was short print because I only got the one out of my last box set, but I've had 2 or 3 in this set now. So that's in this box, so that's pretty cool. Chaos Form. Oh, and another Dark Horizon. So there you go. God knows if any of these are short printed or not. Probably not, actually, thinking about it. Guess it's just luck of the draw. But yeah, it's a good set box. So you could probably just get the one. You probably get 2 of these, and you've got the whole set, and probably have enough for 2s or 3s. So if you need play sets of these cards, just 2 booster boxes will do you. You've pretty much got everything then. The Glory's Alternative and the Magician's Gate, so we're getting there now. Right, we've got 3 packs left. I really want another Lemon Magician Girl. It'd be great if I can get one. If not, doesn't matter, because my sister's got one, and when she opened up her booster box, and she doesn't collect spellcaster monsters, so I can always trade her. Oh, another Karibo. That could be short print. Maybe, don't know. Preliminary. Oh no, no, no! Oh, sorry, no, I lied. I thought we had 3. We don't. Wait, I thought we had 3 before. We didn't. We had 4. This is 3 now. I want a lemon magician girl. I'm not interested in anything anymore. My whole life has been waiting for this moment. Oh, I've just noticed we haven't had a chocolate magician girl yet, have we? Or have we? I can't remember. Ugh, my memory is terrible, as you know. Yay, lemon magician girl. Oh, I've got a place out of those. Fantastique. Blue Eyes White, Cubic Wave. Great. Okay, so it might be chocolate magician girl that I haven't had yet. Or if I did, I've only had I think I've had one, if I remember. Don't know. I got about 2 or 3 in the last booster box. So again, when it comes to short print, I really don't think there is anything now short print. After opening up this box, I just don't think it's possible. Well, I say possible, I just don't think it's there. Dark Magician's there. It could be that these are short printed. I think I got 2 of these in the last box. I've got 2 in this one, and I had 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons. So it might be that the alternative artwork cards for Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician could be short print, but who knows. Anyway, I'm just basically repeating myself again and again. This is the last pack. Let's see what we get. I've got what I've wanted, basically. I'm a happy chap. Oh god, come on, you can do it. Without not keeping the camera. Yes! And we have... Oh, Unification of the Cubic Lords. Yay! It's just another Cubic support card. Dimension Reflector. That might be short print, actually, because I had one of those in the box set before. Why do I keep saying everything's short print? It's not! I'm lying. Just stop talking out my butt. Yay! Chocolate Magician Girl. Well, there you go, then. That's that. She's pretty sexy. I like her. Ah! I think I only have one of these, so that's the magic card. I'll talk about this one. This would be a good card to end on. So only one of these in my booster box, but I had 2 in the previous one. So again, don't know if this is a short print or not, who knows. But anyway, this is a really powerful card. This is basically the ultimate cubic card that you can get, or ultimate cubic monster. It's a bitch to summon. But if you can summon it, my god, you've pretty much, I believe you've pretty much won the duel single-handedly, because you have to fusion summon it with the fusion monsters listed, which is 3 times Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. Quite a bitch to summon, so again, this is a hard card to summon onto the field. But if you do, though, and you put all that effort in and it gets lucky, it cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So that's kind of useful. When this card declares an attack, you halve your opponent's LP. So their life points. It doesn't matter what you're attacking. Any attack you declare with this card, your opponent's life points divide by 2 and it's gone, so that's pretty nasty. When this card destroys a monster by battle, you can activate this effect. This card can make a second attack during this battle phase, which is pretty nice. You can attack twice, again halving your opponent's LP once again, and then if you take effect damage, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. Basically, this is a beast of a card, and it's got 4,500 attack and 3,000 defense. So yeah, if you can get this onto the field, then I believe this is pretty much, you know, the reason why you want to get a cubic deck together, because if you can summon this, then yeah, your opponent's pretty buggered. Unless, though, they have a trap card or a spell card or a monster card that can just stop it from attacking, I suppose. So maybe that's its weakness, I guess, that and being able to summon it. But still, you know, I think at that stage of the game, if you manage to summon this, your opponent would probably have used up a lot of those sort of cards that negate attacks already. So, yeah, pretty powerful. Good card to end on, I think. And that's, again, only one in that box, which is interesting. But yeah, I had 2 of those in the other box. So, again, you know, I don't know if there are any short print cards in this or not. I think it just varies per box. But like I said, you get 2 of these booster boxes and you're pretty much good to go with the complete set and a complete play set as well. You know, odds are anyway. So that's that. So I'm so sorry that took a million years to do. It wasn't meant to do that long. I'm so sorry. But I just really like this set and I just wanted to talk about it for a lot because, you know, it was a good set. At least in my eyes anyway. It reminded me of classic Yu-Gi and all that MacGuffin. So, can I say thank you very much for watching this all the way through. If you have done, if you haven't, don't worry about it, but if you have, thank you again. I've ordered the next booster box to come out, the Dark Illusions, and I've also ordered Dragons of Legend Unleashed as well. So the next 2 new booster boxes, I've ordered 1 booster box of, because that's all I can afford at the moment. I'll do an unboxing video as well on YouTube too, for those 2 booster boxes, and then after that I'll share the cards with my sister so she can pick the one she wants, because she's like that, she's nice and I like her and all that stuff. So yeah, so until then, can I say thank you very much for watching this again. I'll repeat myself, I'm so sorry, I'm just all over the place. Whew, take it easy, have a good one, hope you're all well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.